This is Nick Vivian, editorial director of tnoooz. I have returned. We have an edition that was not on the schedule that we published, which is always kind of fun. I have Ralf, remind me your last name? Ralf?
Ollig.
Ollig. Ralf Ollig from MMGY Global. And I think this might be a new company to some of the folks watching this, so walk us through a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, sure. So V is a global marketing and ad tech company, so we are present in like 23 countries. And we started 9 years ago with like basket abandonment solution, and we evolved since then, offering also programmatic advertising and going further in like hyper-personalization across the full funnel approach. So from awareness to conversion, basically. That's what we have.
So basket abandonment, before we go into programmatic, still it's a problem. It's always a problem, probably,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So walk us through that. Do you have any recent statistics or stats or anything like that?
So what we see is that far more than 95% of people are abandoning their basket when they're coming to websites. So we have just released a couple of statistics that it is still a really big issue across all our clients. And therefore, what we're doing right now is leveraging that. What we're seeing is like personalization is helping there to reduce basket abandonment.
And why do people abandon said baskets? Is it just playing around, or is it just to see a final price?
They don't find the right products, maybe products are not in stock, the price is not there, they might be watching or looking for voucher codes and so on and so forth, and there are many reasons, and we are trying to reduce the churn basically as much as possible.
Perhaps just give them the coupon codes, like
yeah, maybe
like
that.
or
Yeah. In a world of like hyper personalization, you might know that someone is not really after a coupon, but is more interested in like a product that is fitting his needs, like his size, colors, and so on and so forth. So there are ways to solve that.
Great. Well, let's pivot into programmatic, a topic of interest to some. I am one of those people that is interested in this as a former video guy. I like this idea. So you were telling me that you can do programmatic ads in airplanes and on trains.
Exactly.
So first, what's programmatic?
Okay. For us, programmatic advertising is an automated way of buying advertising. So we're just doing it in real time, having solutions there, like our own demand-side platform, DSP, that helps us buy inventory in a programmatic fashion. So automated process from demand to supply side, basically, and buying those kind of ads.
And how customized can you get into that? So is it like a fare class? I mean, when you're talking on a plane, there's some opportunities.
Exactly. So what we launched last year around like the Mexico, which is the exhibition here in Europe for advertising, we started with a train project where we just used the onboard Wi-Fi system for entertainment with a partner of ours, Teufel Audio Systems, to launch their campaign across all the users of the onboard entertainment system. So for now, we are not really tapping into fare classes, but this is something that we want to do in the future. So also when we're talking about planes, so that campaign was very successful for us. So we continued it, and on Iberia Express, which is like a Spanish airline, like low-cost carrier, they have onboard entertainment systems as well, and one of their challenges is to monetize that system because it's being expensive to build the system, but users want to be entertained. So what we solve there is helping Iberia Express to monetize that with one of our partners, which is called Inadvia. They offer a supply solution for that, and we can use our platform to buy the available inventory based on demographic information on the devices and on routes, like traveling someone from A to B, let's say from Madrid to Berlin, we can target those kind of systems.
And that must happen close to real time then, right?
It is real time, exactly. So for now, basically what's happening, or how the industry behaves right now, is everything happens via like personal contact. So people picking up the phone or sending emails out that they want to place a video ad on a plane, and it's like really slow turnaround times. What we do is like every time the plane touches the ground in the evening or leaves before the morning, we upload and update the internal entertainment systems so that we can have more campaigns basically per month for our advertisers.
That's fantastic. I mean, I could definitely see a future where you could almost seat by seat do that.
Exactly.
Right?
So going forward, we could have like different campaigns per seat, per class, per route, traveling somewhere, per ticket class. Those kind of things might be possible in the future. Per device, so Android users might be getting different ads than iOS users and so on and so forth.
So the iOS users get the high value, like Louis Vuitton bags, and
Maybe,
then Android's just getting some Walmart crap.
If they're traveling on first class, maybe.
Yeah, it's funny that it's always a box of potential problems.
Exactly.
I was actually recently flying, and I'm a cryptocurrency guy, and Dash was advertising, the crypto, and they were advertising over every seat back.
Oh, really?
And it was first interesting because having this mass market kind of advertising, but then I started to think how, why isn't it targeted specifically? Because I already know about it, but I was interested. So, how far away is a future like that? I mean, is it just buy-in or?
So right now, the main problem right now is the adoption phase in the industry. So once we have that, then we can have like more sophisticated systems. So still for long-haul flights, you still have like in-seat entertainment, but low-cost carriers might have like onboard Wi-Fi. Once we have that adoption phase closed, which we're working on with our partner in Advia, once that's happening, we're starting to add more layers. And then also V comes in play, where we can utilize our data that we know about like our shoppers, our clients, end users, to utilize better like the experience on planes, trains, or coaches.
How does bring your own device and the personal device entertainment trend, is that affected, or can you still do the same?
Yeah, so what we see is like 94% of all travelers on planes or coaches or trains bring their own devices. They might not use it directly as of today, but as a personal experience, when I'm on a plane, I usually just use my tablet and watch a series or use the onboard entertainment system, whatever is present. So this is definitely a trend for the industry.
You think we'll ever see ad-supported Wi-Fi?
Yeah, basically it is ad-supported Wi-Fi. So if you connect to the onboard entertainment system, you get an ad before you see any series. Next step is that you have like real or live connection to the ground and have like internet connectivity, and that might be ad-supported as well.
It might be hard to get off with because it's such a good price for they make so much money on it
now.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that okay, let's end with kind of some tips. So if I'm new to programmatic or I want to test some of these things, but I don't know how to go about it, what are some of the things as a marketer that I might do to approach this?
Yeah, of course. What you want to do is like reach out to the agency of record or your technology provider that you would like to. Read up on stuff, ideally. Make sure that you're thinking the full funnel, that you're not just having a campaign that's just on and off for a certain amount of time. Try to think more holistically and get your tech play in order and understand how your conversion is working, basically. So that would be the first tips I would be giving you. And
then learning, right?
Learning,
do it all over again and over again.
Exactly, and find a trustworthy partner, basically, that you can like exchange knowledge with, yes.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
This is Nick Vivian from tnooz. We're live at ITB, and there are plenty more clips where this one came from.